When you're not sure what to eat, but want to make a healthy treat. Nutritious meals so tasty looking. Come join us, we're Edu-Cooking!
Hello, I am Jasmine. I'm the assistant cook here at Edu-Care. The last few months I've also been working a lot in our food pantry and giving families ideas on what to do with some of the ingredients that we receive. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make homemade croutons with excess bread that you may have left over. I know we were given a lot of different flavored breads from a local bakery. For example, today I'm going to be using a 6-grain pumpkin seed bread, a low-carb whole wheat, and also a New York rye. We have various other flavors in there as well, and you can do this with hamburger buns, hot dog buns, any extra bread that you may have and you don't want to throw it away. This is a great way to reduce your food waste at home. So basically what we do is you're going to take the bread and break it up into equal sized chunks. It doesn't have to be any certain size. And put it in a bowl. And so while I am doing that, I figured it would be a good opportunity to talk about food waste and how to maybe reduce food waste at home and some information about food waste around the country that may not be talked about every day. So first thing is about 1/3 of all food globally goes to waste. And food is time, resources, and money from, the time it's starting to be grown to, harvesting and packaging and manufacturing. It goes through a long process before it even hits your table. And then of course you use your own money and buy food and put it on your table as well. And if we can reduce the amount of food we're throwing away, it's more food in your more money in your pocket. And most of the time, bread like this, if it's starting to get stale, it's okay. You can still use it. It's going to be baked and the moisture is going to be sucked out of it anyway. So if you have stale bread, heels, a lot of people throw away the heels. Don't throw away your heels. Save them so you can make croutons. And the second best part is if you are going to make homemade croutons, you could put them in a salad, you can put them on a soup. They're very versatile. And on top of that, if you grind them up, you can also make homemade breadcrumbs. Use it on baked fish, baked chicken, on top of a baked mac and cheese. Anything you want, a little flavor, a little nutrients, and less food waste. Also, the single largest component that takes up space in the United States landfills is food waste. And it makes up about 22% of all landfill waste. And it also is one of the worst gases. When food goes to the landfill, it takes a very long time to decompose, and it also emits one of the worst gases in the landfill. And another interesting fact here says more than 80% of Americans discard perfectly good consumable food simply because they misunderstand the expiration labels. So a part of this video I wanted to see is those of you watching at home, if you know the difference between the use by date on the sticker or the best by or best before by. So basically the difference is foods that say use by dates are perishable and they should be eaten before the given date. Whereas foods that say best before or best by is just telling you that it's going to be the freshest by that date, but can still be consumed afterwards. So if you have a can of vegetables that says best before or best by May of 21, you don't have to throw it away in May of 21. It's just favorable and best flavor and quality to use it before that. So all I have here is just a nice mix of the 3 different flavors of breads that we broke up. They don't have to be perfect. I've got a couple tablespoons of olive oil. You can use butter if you have canola oil, vegetable oil, any sort of oil or something like that would work fine. Okay. I have some oregano, and really you can use any spices and seasonings you like. You don't have to use any of what I'm using. You could use all of what I'm using. So that was oregano. I've got some onion powder. This is just about a teaspoon or so of each. This is garlic powder. Salt and pepper. And then I've also got some parsley. You'll want to preheat your oven to about 375, and you're only going to bake these for about 10 to 15 minutes. And so you can either use a spoon, you can use your hands, just to have the pieces of bread soak up that oil. And the oil helps the seasoning stick to the pieces of bread so they're not dry. A good even coating. And then you'll just want to spread it on a baking sheet. I like to use foil because it's less mess. Your pan won't be all oily and full of dried bread. You don't have to use the tin foil, of course. And you want to spread it out evenly so that way it all has a good chance to bake. And then yeah, you're going to put that in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then you'll have completed homemade croutons. Okay, so it's been about 13 minutes and our croutons are completely done. They're nice and crunchy. You can hear them, they slide around the pan. And the taste test, the most important part. Through the mask. Excellent. Now it's your turn.